Hey guys, what is going on? Like I'm in Lunchster and welcome back to another video where in today's video, as you might have already seen, I am in a different location, and that is because I'm actually going to try something that I've wanted to do for a really long time, and I definitely think it's going to be really interesting but also loads of fun, and that is trying to animate different things apart from Lego. So this will become a mini series because I will split it into two parts. So the first part will consist of trying to animate a Harry Potter Funko Pop of Dumbledore, and then a figure of Gandalf the Grey, and then the Back to the Future Delorean. Then the second part will consist of this Harry Potter sort of light up toy, and then a sound wave sort of mini type figure thing, and then the Harry Potter Ford Angular. So for each of these items, I will be using 9 FPS, which is 9 frames per second. So for exactly 1 second, I need to move it 9 times. So I think 2 seconds will definitely be good enough. So firstly, I'll start with the Funko Pop of Dumbledore. Now, it only has one sort of movable part, and that is just sort of giving it a sort of penguin waddle as like a sort of walking star. So I think I might do that because that might be the best option. Okay, I think the water was probably like the best option because I did go for like a very sort of simple effect where I just did that, but it just looked sort of floating in a way, whereas like the sort of water gives that effect like there's feet going in one front of the other. So I definitely think that was the best option, but it does sometimes get like a sort of a little strange where like his head sort of does that, but I definitely think the water was probably like the best option. So I definitely think that was really interesting to actually do. But now will definitely be very interesting to do because it is a Gandalf the Grey figure. So I'm very excited to actually attempt to even animate this or sort of even successfully do it because it is definitely very interesting, and like there's pretty much no movable parts around like his body apart from the sort of detachment of his staff and his sword, as well as his hat, which I definitely think could work. So I might sort of have it down like that and then sort of slowly animate it like that, so then like his face is revealed, and then maybe something to do with his staff or sword. But I was also thinking to do like a sort of panning up shot. So as you saw in the quick animation, I did go for like the sort of hat moving down towards up to reveal his face. And then I also went for, instead of a panning up shot, I did go for like this sort of staff moving and then like slamming onto the ground. And I definitely think that was the better option. Instead of using the sword, because I was sort of considering him to sort of swing it, but I'm not really too sure like where I could put the blue tack because like his hand is sort of in a sort of position like that, so I'm really not too sure if that would work. So I definitely think the staff was the better option because it may sort of be a better option to sort of stay put instead of the sword, but as you saw, it was quite hard to actually sort of put it in a good position. So now the final thing I'll be animating for part 1 is the Back to the Future DeLorean. Now I'm excited to try this out because I have attempted it with the Lego version which they made for like Lego Kuzos before it became a Lego Ideas. Hopefully I am saying that correctly. So I am thinking of trying a very similar thing where it sort of comes into the camera and sort of slides like that and like the door slowly opens, but it may not sort of... Oh, wait. I might have to experiment with that. I definitely think the left door is a little better, but oh, there we go. So I think that will work better, so I might have to do it on the other side. It sort of comes in like that and like the door opens up. Oh, that looks really cool. Okay, let's test it out. I definitely think that was actually really interesting to do, apart from the door, because I totally forgot that it only sort of goes up like that, so it sort of doesn't stay in position while going up. So that was definitely quite a shame, because I definitely think it would have been really cool if like the car come in and like the door opening up. But I think the way I did it also worked really nicely. So, hope you guys did enjoy this video because I just found it really interesting and quite enjoyable to animate something apart from Lego because it was really fun to sort of find new ways to animate something instead of always sort of using Lego because that's the fun what I found in trying to animate this was trying to find different ways of how I can move the objects to sort of show movement. And I must say, that was definitely really fun. So as I said at the start of the video, this will be split into two parts because the next part will be 3 new items. So as always guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video and stay tuned for part 2 and goodbye.